Hello and welcome to the Real Life Insights, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan. Remember, this is a platform where we get to, engage, interact with geniuses, gurus, trendsetters, trailblazers. We get to dissect, digest, and get into details. Break down into pieces, real questions, and provide real solutions. And today I'm very excited because seated next to me is a man who's been a successful businessman, a successful entrepreneur, not just in Zambia, in Africa. Outside Africa, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the US. And we're trying to have a conversation around how you can become successful as an entrepreneur from Zambia, from Africa, and make it into a first world country like the US and these other nations. Joined here with me, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Elijah Mwape, aka Mwape. They call him Mwape.
Yeah. They call me Mwape.
Yeah. Mr. Elijah, welcome to the show.
It is my pleasure being on the show. I really like the content and whatever we are talking about here is very essential because these are some of the things most people need to know, and it can really help to shape the narrative and the mindset of a lot of people.
Awesome.
So it's my pleasure.
Okay. What was your first business? Just taking you from the start. Was it in Zambia or was it in the US?
No, my first business was actually in Botswana.
Because
when I left Zambia, I moved to Botswana.
Yeah. I
learned how to fix computers from home. Then I gained confidence whereby I could fix it for people where I would make 100 puller, 300 puller. For me, it was just a necessity to survive. I didn't even think of it as an entrepreneur. It was just like something I was doing as...
It was passion.
Passion,
In the first place, it was passion.
It was passion,
Awesome.
And it started paying me.
Great.
So that was my first encounter with business.
When was that?
That was probably in 2006.
Were you working by then?
No.
Were you bored?
I was...
What inspired you to start fixing people's computers?
I've got this curiosity because I wanted to know the computer works. So I was able to open the computer, look at the motherboard, the processor, and I started from there. Just the curiosity of wanting to know how it works.
Great.
How it was made.
Great. How did you find yourself in the USA?
So basically, after I finished high school, I always had this desire of being abroad and experience what was out there. My uncle happened to be a doctor, realized that was my desire. So he said, I can give you an opportunity to go study either in the US, Canada, or UK.
Yeah.
You can apply to any college you want.
Yeah.
And I chose US. But remember, it wasn't on full scholarship, or it's not like I was gonna pay my college till I graduated. I went there, and the rest was up to me to make it happen.
To make it happen, Okay.
There's a lot of misconception when you think about America. I was thinking when I reach America, everything was just going to happen. People will be giving you dollars.
The American dream.
No, actually, America is one of the hardest places to survive than in Africa because when you're there, you're on your own. There's so much individualism to whereby here you can live with an uncle or your aunt. If you're sharing an apartment with your aunt, your uncle, your friend, you have to play your part. You gotta pay half of the bills.
Wow.
So you find that even when you're in college, people go to college and say, I don't work, I'll just be studying. There you can be doing 3 jobs and still have to pay for your college. And college per semester, if you're an international student, you're looking at $5,000-$6,000 per semester.
Wow.
And the lowest pay wage is like $7 an hour. So people have to do 4 jobs to be able to make it and survive.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you joined that system where you are into school and working at the same time?
Yes. The moment I arrived there, my uncle told me that you cannot expect me to be sending money from here. So the moment I arrived, a week after I arrived, I started working and going to school.
Wow.
And the school I was at in Columbus, Ohio was too expensive that I couldn't manage to transfer to Texas where schools were a little bit affordable.
Okay.
And guess what? One of the jobs I had to do was security. and when you hear that, over here people don't understand.
Yeah.
In America, there is a desperation to pay the bills that you're willing to do anything so that you remove that pride.
Yeah.
And you are people wash dishes.
Yeah.
The people were doctors in Africa. When they arrived there, nobody recognized their credentials. They end up being dishwashers.
Wow.
Because you gotta pay your bills.
Yeah.
So that was part of the path. And to be honest, because of the culture shock and how hard it was, there are many times I thought being in Zambia or Africa was much better than being there.
Okay.
Because you're like 18 years old, then you have to navigate how to live by yourself in a foreign country. You've never seen snow.
Yeah.
You've never seen anything like this. The country is built different, starting from the culture, the racial stuff. Everything was different. So there have been times when I thought being maybe at Funza or CBU was much better because I could
What were you studying when you were in the US?
Computer electronics.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was very difficult because we had to do some coding and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yes. So after that, there are times when I did 3 jobs, and one of them being security was night shift, and I'll be having classes in the morning. So from doing night shift, you go home and you sleep in class.
Wow.
But not even go home, you go straight to school.
Class, yeah.
You sleep, you in the class while they're teaching, and as an international student, you needed to maintain certain grades or you get deported or kicked out of school. So that period of time, I remember I used to be 180 pounds. I lost 40 pounds at like 140 because I didn't even have time to eat. It was work, school. And this is where it gets tricky. Because again, not only did I have to focus on work, I also had family back home. Yeah. So you're a student who has to work, but you also have to help family at home because you've got that responsibility. Yeah. So your overview in life becomes a little bit different. You're forced to grow because of the responsibilities that you have to face. Awesome. And the challenge, again, of making it is high. Now you find people came to America as students, they stopped school because they can't pay. Now they are working jobs in the nursing home.
Wow.
They're working in the restaurant as waiters. Yeah. They have lost their status. Anytime if they're caught, they can be deported. So there are those challenges.
Awesome. So, what was your? Did you after you finished school? Did you get straight into work, or did you establish a business? And then what happened there?
Actually, after I finished my degree, I got to do a job with Sony. Okay. And for me, it was like a dream job because that is like one of the largest companies in the world. Yeah. So, listen, when you come from African culture or perspective, a white collar job is everything because we're pursuing financial security. Yeah. So for me, working for Sony, I felt like it was elevating, my status. Yeah. But deep down, I knew that I was an entrepreneur. So I worked as a sales electronic expert where I'd go different places, especially in New York, and train people how to sell some products. That's what I did. But I worked for them for 6 months and to pursue full-time business.
Okay. How long have you been running a business in the US?
I've been running it for 8 years.
Okay.
The name of the business is called ERA Financial. Okay. Yes. We established it in San Antonio, Texas. And guess what? You just don't wake up and say, I'm going to run business in the US. Yeah. Because there are a lot of ups and downs you're going to face. Okay. America is a country that has many opportunities, but it also has many challenges. First of all, just being Mwape can be a turn-off
for most people.
For people, because your name cannot even be pronounced. Yeah. So, for me, the reason why I wanted to start a business is I didn't want to find myself in a rat race.
Yeah.
In America, most people are surviving, not living, because people get paid hourly, not salary.
Yeah.
So most people work Monday to Saturday, January to December, only taking 2 days off.
Wow.
Do you know the reason why?
No.
In America, people don't own anything. Everything is owned by the bank or the government.
The government, yeah.
If I'm to own a house, I have to spend at least $300,000, which is mortgage to the bank. If I have to own a car, I have to pay at least $20,000. This is the loan to the bank.
Wow.
If I have to get educated, get a bachelor's degree, it will cost me around $150,000. So I have to get education loan. So when you graduate and you have to own those things, then you don't own anything. So most people are forced to work till they're 70 before they could pay off their debts. I didn't want to find myself in that trap. So when I looked at successful entrepreneurs, some of them dropped out of school and they pursued their own companies. When you have a company that will give you access to cash, you don't have to go to the bank, you can buy up front. Then you are getting yourself out of that trap.
Awesome. So you being a Zambian, what challenges did you face in terms of establishing a business? Did other people in the US look at you as a Zambian, or maybe they regarded you as one of them?
No, actually they said our industry is competitive. So when I said I'm going to go into financial industry, they said, you're from Africa, you're from Zambia, nobody is going to buy into your business. It's just impossible. You're not going to succeed. And guess what? The first year of the business was even more difficult because I literally lost $20,000.
Wow.
Because me at this age, that despite what people are saying, I'm going to succeed, right? There's this self-belief that I can go against all odds. So when people say, Elijah, I think you're going to make it, you think you're going to be the first one? I said, yes, I will. Then first year after investing $20,000, I only made $1,500 for the whole year. And I was hooked on a lease for the office for the rest of the year, where I was paying $1,500, paying the office rent while there was no clients who were coming at the office.
Wow.
Then I was like, should I continue or maybe just go for a job? But I realized that as an entrepreneur, the first thing you gotta learn before you succeed is learn to fail.
Yeah.
You can't avoid that.
Yeah.
Learn to fail before you succeed. So I learned so much lessons in my failure than I learned lessons in my success.
Awesome. Is it difficulty or is it easy for someone to just wake up and say, I want to go and establish a business, outside the country?
It's very difficult because you need to understand the demography, the culture, and the product you're selling people. So, is my product be to white Americans, Hispanics, African Americans, or Africans? When it comes to race, America is a divided country. So some people just want to come to my business because I'm black. So for me, I had to come up with a clever way to tackle to all races because...
How did you do that?
I created a culture within my business.
Okay.
And the culture is, whenever somebody steps into the office, make sure they feel welcomed and recognized. Also, try by all means remember their name and make sure they feel important. Awesome. Because when they get out of there, they'll tell you, I've never been to any place like that. So that's the culture.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. So we created that culture, and what we started seeing is with flyers and marketing we're putting out wasn't bringing out people. It's what people are telling other people.
The referrals.
Yeah, the referrals. Yes, that's what started bringing people. So from 15 clients, we went to 89 second year. From 89, we went to 150 the third year. But as people started hearing us, there was a jump from 150 to 600 clients.
Wow.
And by then I was like working alone. I couldn't handle the pressure, so we started hiring like 2 people to help us with the work. And from that, we just started going to 700, 800 clients. And you're talking about blacks, Hispanics, whites, and all that stuff. Just the culture, how you treat people. Most people, what they don't understand about business is without people, you can never be successful.
Yeah.
You need to understand that how you treat people is going to make you a different entrepreneur, and it's going to make you wealth.
Okay.
It's how you treat people.
Awesome. So you being an entrepreneur, I believe you are a leader. What would you say are the qualities of a good leader?
A good leader needs to be a good communicator, motivator, and somebody who is driven. Okay. Leadership is not always about authority. It's about productivity, understanding the goals and what is at stake. But in most cases, most people want to be leaders because they want power and influence. When you do that, you're going to lose the main focus and everything will go down.
Okay, sorry to cut you short. What would you say, I heard you talking about the drive. What would you say are your driving forces in life?
Me, on a personal level, man, I feel like I was created for more.
Awesome. I love it.
Most people, it's almost like they feel sorry for themselves because of the background, where you come from, or the country you come from, or the family you come from, or because I don't have a mother or a dad. Me, I look at myself as somebody who was created for something bigger. I was created to create an impact. Wow. And I can go in any place. They can be a president, they can be somebody who is nothing. My energy will be the same because that's the confidence I have about myself.
How did you build that confidence?
It's about identity. If you know who you are, you can go in any place with confidence and do what other people cannot do in their personal lives. And when you're in America, there's this thing of saying Africans are a little bit primitive, they're not smart. But me, what I did when I went to America, I just didn't go there and say I'm in America. Do you know what I started doing? I started understanding American history, culture, and economy. I'll go in a place where the Americans teach them a little bit about the history that they didn't know because I understand it. And do you know what that does? People start paying attention. So it's same as in business. I've studied, I've read the books about the greatest innovators in American history. I've studied books about politicians in America. When you get informed in life, it gives you access to information that most people don't have because sometimes the greatest obstacle is ignorance. Yes. So I had to educate myself in many things that built my confidence to navigate a lot of things about business.
As we wind up this interview, what would you say are the most important things that you've learned in life so far?
In life, you need to understand your purpose. When you understand your purpose, you live with clarity and peace. Secondly, if you want to go far, don't wait for anybody to hand you over anything. Create your own opportunities. Awesome. The third part is be consistent. Awesome. Don't look at me doing this. You want to be Elijah. You want to do this. Find your own niche. What you're created for, invest in it, and be intentional about it.
Awesome. And your last words to fellow Zambians out there who would love to establish themselves in the US, in Canada, or in any country outside Zambia?
Actually, before we even go to outside Zambians, or outside, I want to talk about Zambians who are in. What I've realized about Zambians is we don't know the essence of ownership because the mindset we have grown up, it's actually from colonial mindset. We are always taught that you gotta get educated and find a job and die. Then you have that people from foreign countries who are coming to pick up all the resources and establish bigger businesses. So in Zambia, you can create a lucrative business that will empower people in the community. So when we do that, when you see Elijah as an entrepreneur who is from Zambia, a kid will say, hey, we've got Elijah doing it big, I can also do it. So it starts from home before you even go abroad. So start from here, then go abroad, then go take over and put Zambia on the map.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mr. Elijah, thanks a lot for coming to show up on the show.
It was my pleasure being
shared a lot of information. I believe that Zambia can never be the same. I've learned something, and I believe someone out there has learned something. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the real life insights where we get to discuss different issues, and that's Mr. Elijah, an entrepreneur who's made it in the US. Please stay safe and God bless you.